Don't send him in with the black and whites like some punk. Let me write him in.
Yeah, sure, Angela. Why not? I mean, that's why putting two screw-ups together.
The black and whites?
I mean, just as bad as he is. Only you're a little fatter.
The black and whites? Fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And as Thanksgiving is like 2 weeks away, I thought tonight we would discuss a Thanksgiving tradition my friends and I kind of started last year. We did it in person last year, and of course this year, with 2020 being as screwed up as it is, still is, we can we'll just do it via text messages and kind of wax over our phones while listening in our basements. But it's a Thanksgiving tradition that I have grown to love over the past year, 2 years, and really dig it. And it's something I'm looking forward to doing in the next couple weeks over Thanksgiving. So is Large Marge. She's excited. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and you can maybe join myself, my friends, on this Thanksgiving tradition. And it is
Respect for my elders.
the wonderful, head-scratching, somewhat confusing, fun concept record, Music from the Elder, a huge November release for me. I always listen to this record a lot in November. So let's have some fun and let's dive in to the new Wax Night Basement tradition featuring Music from the Elder. Large Marge, let's go! Now, my first venture into this album ever was this compact disc purchased in high school. And I will admit, being 17 years old in high school, I did not get this record, rarely took this in the car, and I rarely listened to it at home. So high school, even into college, I would say Music from the Elder would have been one of my least played albums in the catalog. Now fast forward a little bit more into college, into the collecting vinyl era. I only have found Music from the Elder in the wild in a record store once, and that was in college. And when I found it, I listened to the record once and then immediately hung it on my wall because I loved this clear inner sleeve. Now, the 19-year-old Kiss collector me wasn't thinking about value, so I thumbtacked this record sleeve to my wall hundreds and hundreds of times. And it's very obvious that the 19-year-old me obviously just yanked this down from thumbtacks, like didn't care, just boom, pulled the bag. Those are the things you wish you could go back in time and tell yourself, hey, dork, don't do this. So back to the CD. Anytime I listen to the Elder in the basement, it is via compact disc. And this brings me to the point of this vlog, the track order of the album. As we can see on the back cover, the track listing is different than the order presented on vinyl, cassette tape, and compact disc. Now, the 97 remastered CD actually contained the tracks in the correct order of the story. And it was a few years ago that my friend Dan and I began talking about that 97 CD. And me being a cheap ass that I am, I just decided to burn my Elder CD in the correct order and call it the real Music from the Elder. So I still don't have a remastered version. Probably need to seek those out one day just to have them, add them to the collection. But this is my Music from the Elder in its intended form, in the story form. And to my point of this entire vlog, listening to this album in the intended form of the story changes everything for me. Since doing this album has become a very, like I said in the intro, a very November release for me. Something my friends and I love to talk about, how fun this album is to dive into. November's kind of dead, and having something to dive into like Music from the Elder and really dive into the story makes all the difference in the world. And like my friend Dan said, he said that the Elder is the one album from the Kiss catalog that has grown on him more than any other Kiss album as an adult. And I would say the same. Since listening to this album in its intended form, at least in November especially, this is one of my most played Kiss albums. And last year, my friends and I got together pre-COVID and really dove into this record in its intended order and listened to it as a story, as a sort of movie. And strangely enough, the song that we dug the most was The Odyssey, which is a very, very cool song when you dive into it and really dissect it. It's a really fun, kind of mysterious song, and it haunts you the next day. Like the next day you really want to listen to it again. I think when you enjoy this album as a whole, as a story, it's just so much more fun. And my friends and I have deemed November the meeting of the elders, because we're all old men and we like to wax nostalgia. And so waxing this album in November for us is the meeting of the elders. And I kind of semi sort of swiped that idea from my friend Tony P and his buddy Aaron, our friends from Chicago, who have this wonderful tradition of playing the Elder for their wives or girlfriends, and they call it taking the oath. I can tell you, if I tried to have my wife take the oath, she would make it through fanfare. Just a Boy would start, she would tell me this is awful, and she would go upstairs. So Tony P, Aaron, great idea. We are carrying this tradition on in Missouri, changing the name a bit and just waxing the record, the meeting of the elders. So I would invite all of you this November, as you're heading down to your basement or your record room, wherever it may be, and you're drunk on turkey, drunk on beer, and looking for an album to dive into, have yourself a meeting of the elders and learn the fun of Music from the Elder as a November Thanksgiving go-to. And speaking of Thanksgiving holiday traditions, 2 movies I always watch on Thanksgiving: A Hard Day's Night on the day before Thanksgiving during the day, and the night before Thanksgiving, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You're just not a red-blooded American nerd if you don't watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles the night before Thanksgiving. You have to.
You'll never make the sit.
It's a must. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Thank you for waxing a little Thanksgiving nostalgia with us and Music from the Elder. If you would like to be a pen pal with us, details below. We'll send you some Large Marge Pee Wee swag. Pee Wee's back here with a rawhide bone, like you all will be with your Thanksgiving turkey. You got a turkey leg upstairs, Large Marge. Oh yeah. It's stuffed, but you still got one. Thank you for hanging with us. We will talk to you. She wants that bone. We'll talk to you soon.